Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. This is Maliha Mubasshira. Welcome to the very first episode of 7-Minute Mentor. 7-Minute Mentor is a project where I plan to connect students like us from Bangladesh with inspiring professors from all over the world. The idea is really simple. In just 7 minutes, we will gonna learn something important from someone who has already worked on the path before us. So on this first video, I'm truly honored to feature Professor Lim Bong-taek, a Korean professor who is currently teaching at Rajshahi University here in Bangladesh. Unfortunately, he won't be able to join us on video for some reasons, but he is generous enough to share his thoughts with us through message. Professor Lim Bong-taek is not only a Korean professor, but also a respected educator with experience at several top universities in Korea, including Seoul Media Graduate University and the Central Police Academy. He has a deep understanding of both Korean and Bangladeshi students, and today he shares his honest insights with us. The very fundamental reason of this project is to know what we are lacking in our education system and how can we improve it. So, when I got the chance to talk with a Korean professor, I knew I had a chance to know his perspective on our education system and their education system. So I asked him the most curious question. What is the difference between Korean students and Bangladeshi students? Here it is how he replied. Korean students study more intensively and often attend private academies to make up for weaknesses. They study systematically and start preparing for jobs and certificates during university. On the other hand, many Bangladeshi students study in more difficult conditions and often lack that some structured approach. His point highlighted something important, which is it's not just about talent, it's about environment, opportunity, and structure. We Bangladeshi students have a lot of potentials, but we don't have someone to guide us properly on what we want in our life. That's one of the reasons why I created 7-minute mentors, to get their voice who can guide us towards our dream. So, after knowing his perspective on Bangladeshi student, I asked him the most needed question to be asked. How can we change? Or can we change like Korea? So let's see what is Professor Lim's thoughts on it. How can we prosper like Korea? Bangladesh needs to improve the quality of education and focus on collaboration with advanced industries. Universities should teach skills that companies truly need. Also, in the global era, students should learn multiple foreign languages. In Korea, almost every profession has a foreign language per university. This helps students exchange technology and knowledge globally. Bangladesh should also create departments that connects language learning with advanced industries like IT and technology. Did you get his answer? Did you? So, what did he say? What did he point out? He pointed out some really important things that most of us didn't really think, or even if we think, we don't get the opportunities to work on it. He pointed out that in Bangladesh, we need universities to collaborate with the industries to teach us what industries really needs from us. They don't need us to write theories on paper like universities. They want us to work for them practically, not just theoretically. So the second point he said, I think it's the most underrated but still most valuest point, the language barrier. We think that if we know English, you can communicate with any foreigner or anyone outside or inside. But in this real world, it's not like that. You can see in the most developed countries, like in Europe, America, or not America, America has English, but on the North Asia, where developed countries, South Korea, China, Japan, they really don't know English that much. They know their languages and they are way more successful than we can ever be in this short time. If I share one of my experience with you guys, then I had tried to reach out to few peoples in Korea, Japan, and China, but for the language barrier, it wasn't possible to communicate with them freely. They didn't know English that much. Like, we think that English is the second language or in the international language that we must know. They do not think that, unfortunately. So I think Professor Lim is right, and I agree with him on this topic, that we should learn other languages beside English. Imagine if our universities start the UIC program, University and Industrial Collaboration, if they had a strong bond with our industries and start programs of unlearning other languages to connect us to the world, we would be unstoppable. What I love about Professor Lim's message is that it reminds us that development begins in the classroom. Strong mindset, structure, and visual. I believe Bangladeshi students have a lot of potential. We just need a right system, global perspective, and guidelines. Every mentor I feature on this 7-minute mentor will help us to take a step forward towards our goal. I want to thank Professor Limbong Tek for his thoughtful advice, and thank you everyone for watching the video. And please remember, even 7 minutes wisdom can change your life direction. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like, please share and subscribe my channel. See you on the next video.